Guys, what's good? It's your boy Phil. Today we are talking some previews and predictions for Record of Ragnarok chapter 62 and maybe 63. I don't know. Maybe we get a double chapter. Maybe that's wishful thinking. I don't know. But definitely 62, which should be dropping sometime this week or next week, something like that. Exciting stuff. I think we're finally diving into the Hades stuff. I think that's probably what's gonna happen soon. That's what it seems. It seems like Hades is starting to take the spotlight. We might get like a flashback or something, but that's the gist of things. But there's also a few other things I want to talk about now that I've had time to really digest these last two chapters and all the cool things that were happening for sure. I think we're probably, if I had to throw a percentage out there, I think we're like 75% done with this round. 70 to 75, something around there. I still think we have a little bit more chunks of things to happen. I think we got like maybe one or two more, pure combat chapters, and then wrap it all up with a finale and see who wins this thing, which honestly, I don't really know who's going to win this thing. I'll be real with you. This is a toss-up for me. I had a clear favorite for every round. This round, I really don't know. It could go either way. So that's pretty exciting. That's what we're going to talk about today. Without further ado, let's do this shit. So like I said, I think we're diving into some Hades stuff. The title of chapter 61 was Hades' Pride. And that leads me to believe that we're going to dive into some Hades backstory. And it might be intertwined with another thing I want to talk about in this video, which we'll get into a little bit later once I'm done spieling about Hades, is Adamas. I think their stories are probably going to be intertwined somehow. And I do think that Hades knows Adamas is alive. I think he does. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. I'm pretty sure he knows Adamas is alive, and that's probably something we're definitely going to dive into next chapter, because why would they introduce Adamas during this round if it didn't have some significance, some tie with the boy Hades? So I think that's something to definitely look out for in the next chapter or in the next coming chapters for sure, along with Beelzebub and the role that he has to play. But I'm expecting the Hades flashback / backstory, something like that, to happen pretty soon. I think it is inevitable. I think we're going to get some flashback of him in like Helheim or Hell or something, doing, his day-to-day routine, something like that, and maybe he comes across Adamas and that's unravels that whole story, right? Something like that. I think that's something that we'll see for sure happen. If not the next chapter, then the chapter after that. I think we're getting it. I know a lot of people are calling for Persephone, for something to happen with her, for her to show up or something. That's something we could see. A lot of the other, mythological characters that are associated with Hades, we could also see in the flashback. If I had to guess, though, the flashback with Hades is probably going to revolve around Hades, Adamas, and Poseidon, because those are really the three characters that have been the most associated with Hades up until this point. Not even really Adamas, but I'm assuming that connection is going to be made pretty soon, because why else would they introduce Adamas last chapter? So that's that. That's with Hades. He had his blood technique. He did whatever that means in chapter 61. Maybe we get an explanation of that. I'm assuming that's something that'll probably be explained later, though. His whole blood technique, what that's gonna do. Hopefully it's something cool. We'll see. But that's kind of what I'm expecting on the Hades side of things. And then obviously the elephant in the room, Adamas, right? Adamas got introduced in chapter 61. Not introduced, reintroduced, I should say. And what role he has to play, I don't really know. My initial reaction was that he'll probably be the next the god to be thrown into the ring, because we have an imbalance of gods to humans now. So my initial reaction was that Adamas will probably be thrown into the ring, but it's odd because I feel like this thought I have, at least, is that Beelzebub might take Beelzebub's place. Because, I mean, Beelzebub, the thing we got from Beelzebub last chapter, which was kind of major, which was a major theme of his character, right? That this dude wants to die. This guy wants someone to kill him, right? And logically, going into the tournament would probably be a good way to die, right? It'd probably be a good way for him to die. My problem with that, though, is so the matchup seems like it's going to be Beelzebub versus Nostradamus, right? That's what's in my brain, at least, because Nostradamus has already been teased to be kind of like the wild card on the humanity side, right? My problem with that is that I mean, Beelzebub will fight, right? But at some point, I can see Adamas, taking the place of Beelzebub, like mid-round or something. I don't know. Very early in its concept for sure. But that was cool information on Beelzebub. I don't really know where Odin went. Remember Odin dropped into Beelzebub's like laboratory or whatever, and then I guess he just disappeared. I don't know. Because if that'd be kind of interesting if he was there when Adamas showed up. Because I don't really know how many people know that Adamas is alive. I don't know how many people know that. I think it might just be Hades and Beelzebub. I don't know if Zeus knows. I really don't. Part of me believes he doesn't. Part of me believes that Zeus probably doesn't know that Adamas is alive. And that'd be interesting. That'd be interesting for sure. Because I think Adamas is going to be revealed at some point to the whole, God civilization, He's going to be introduced, and how they react to that is going to be really interesting. That'll be cool. That'll be really cool. But anyways, Adamas. Important character, I think. Big character. Not really, though, but I think he's going to be related into, he's going to be intertwined into Hades' backstory at some point for sure. I feel like Hades is probably responsible for Adamas even being alive. And it's going to be weird. It's going to be weird to see how everyone reacts to that. And if like Zeus is like pissed off or something at Hades or some shit like that. I don't really know. But it's cool. It's really cool. I like it. I have to sneeze. So Hades, Adamas, right? Those are two things, two topics that are definitely going to be prevalent in the next chapter. And if it's a double chapter hit, that's pretty fucking cool. Then something will probably pop up in 62 or something. Maybe it'll be like a combat or something. I don't know. I definitely think 62 is going to be the backstory for Hades. I think we're very long due for that for sure. And then if we do get 63 in a double chapter, then that'll be cool. It'll probably be a combat chapter or some shit like that. But I think my official prediction, my official guess for how many chapters are left in this round, I'm gonna say 4. I think there's 4 left. I think we got the Hades backstory, combat, finale. That's what I think. That's how I think it's gonna go down. I think 4 is a solid number. Yo, it'd be sick? It'd be sick if Adamas got introduced in this round. That would be crazy. If Adamas like popped up or some shit when Hades is about to die or something and Adamas saves him, that would be crazy. That would be insane. I would love to see that. That would be cool. That'd be really cool. I think the potential for Adamas to be revealed to the public is definitely there for round 7, but I think it's probably going to happen in round 8. And if he does fight in round 8, that'd be pretty cool too. Because you don't just introduce like a fucking cool character like that out of nowhere and not have him fight, So he's going to fight, I think, in the tournament for sure. Either as a new god or taking someone's place. And if he's introduced in round 7, that's cool. If he's introduced as the contendant for the next round, that's pretty cool too. But I think that the next round, I'm going way out. I know that for sure. I don't even know who's going to win this one. But I think the slate for next round, right, if we're going based off the ending cutscene of the anime, right, which I always try to go back to because I think that was definitely significant. And there are arguments that could be made for the ending cutscene that Hades and Sheen were both teased in the ending cutscene. So, the argument is there for us to go further. If we're going based off the ending cutscene, then I think Beelzebub and Nostradamus are next. Because there was like the stars and there was like the blood splatter, or maybe the blood splatter means something else. Or maybe the blood splatter is based off Hades with his new blood technique. I have to rewatch the ending cutscene. I apologize. But, the thing is, right, we've had 2 new characters introduced during this round. 2 characters introduced. Nostradamus was brand new right before round 7 started. And Adamas, who was just introduced. So I feel like one of them is probably gonna fight, and I know the boys out there who still want Okita to fight, right? He's been in the scene for a lot longer than Nostradamus. I think it's probably gonna either be Nostradamus or Adamas or both of them, right? And they kind of they rhyme. They have like the same words and letters and shit. Nostradamus, Adamas. Come on, dude, they rhyme. That's who I think has a potential of fighting a potential round 8. But that's way down the line, right? We got to focus on 62, 63, potentially double chapter. That's what I think the slate is. So, brief recap of everything I've talked about. Hades' backstory, right? Some combat, some type of link to Adamas. Is Hades responsible for Adamas being alive? Why is he alive? What gives? What's Beelzebub's purpose in all this? All that stuff. Do they have some type of arrangement going on? Who knows that Adamas is alive? All that type of stuff. That's what I'm expecting in chapter 62. And it's exciting. It's exciting for sure. I love these little lore bits. But I definitely think the Hades backstory is on, bro. It has to happen. Like, come on. And it's going to be intertwined into Adamas. But guys, that's it. That's all I have for you guys. Let me know down below, what do you think is going to happen in the next chapter or next 2 chapters of Record of Ragnarok? A lot of possibilities, Or maybe we get a chain chapter. Maybe we get another fucking chain chapter. Who cares? I think he still has like 1 stance left, right? I don't know. But as always, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.